So the most common conditions that I see, and some of this is because the most common cause of chronic liver disease now in the US is something called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, or recently renamed to metabolic associated fatty liver disease called NAFLD or NASH. And that's a result of the obesity epidemic and the fact that we're all so overweight and have a lot of, diabetes and heart disease and other things. And the liver responds to that by storing extra fat in the liver. And over time, that can cause significant damage. It can cause cirrhosis of the liver. It can also cause liver cancer, and is now the #1 indication for listing for liver transplant in the Western world. So I see a lot of patients with fatty liver disease, which also means I do a lot of dietary and lifestyle counseling in patients to address not only their liver health, but obviously also their heart health and their blood sugars and other things like that, and their weight, of course, as well. The other types of conditions that we tend to see in hepatology, we see a lot of alcohol-related liver disease. It's actually incredibly alcohol-related deaths are increasing in the U.S. We're also seeing a surge during the COVID pandemic, of alcohol-related deaths and alcohol hepatitis, so acute inflammation of the liver due to alcohol, and sadly, and particularly among younger patients. So the age group, age 25 to 36, is one of the most rapid growing groups of patients who are dying from liver disease from alcohol because of alcohol use disorders. It's really sad. So I deal with a lot of substance abuse and a lot of coexisting depression, anxiety, and those kind of things in my patient population. But it's, I think not to be discouraging, I think it's also really encouraging because, of course, there are a lot of success stories and patients in whom we are able to intervene. And if you stop drinking alcohol when your liver is sick, your liver is a really cool organ because it can actually regenerate itself. So for anyone, be a dork for a second, who remembers the story of Prometheus, right, and Greek mythology, remembers that he was being punished by Zeus and was chained to a rock, and every night the birds would come and they would eat away at his liver, and then it would grow back, and the next day the punishment would happen again and again and again. And it's just cool that the ancient world understood the liver's regenerative capacity, and that's what the liver does. It can heal itself if given the chance. And so that's another big portion. And then we do see a reasonable amount of viral hepatitis. So hepatitis C, although we very amazingly, the biggest advancement in the 21st century in terms of medicine is by far the cure for hepatitis C, and we have a cure now. Now we just have to test people and actually get the cure out there. And so we still have a lot of patients being referred for hepatitis C treatments. And then there's all kinds of other disorders of the liver that I won't get into, but there's hereditary disorders and autoimmune disorders of the liver. And so I have, patients in my practice who I see with those kind of diseases as well. So a wide range, on a lot of different things that we see that, especially at a tertiary referral center like Northwestern.